Hello, welcome to RCR Wireless coverage of FutureCon 2017 from Brazil. I'm here with André Sarcinelli. He is engineer director at Claro. Let's start talking about the role of Carol in going through evolving LTE network in Brazil.
Hey, RCR, thank you for the invitation. We are developing a lot of things in 4G right now. We had the plan last year to modernize the whole network, not only 4G, but the whole BSS system, 2G, 3G, 4G, with a new solution from Ericsson, from Huawei, from Nokia. It's a single run solution that you can, via software, configure 2G, 3G, and 4G and several frequencies. So we have implemented so far like 9,000 sites. From those 9,000 sites, 2,000 are new sites. So it's a coverage extension that we are doing. And also we are doing 4G not only in 2,600 megahertz, but also in 1,800 megahertz, together with the 2G, where we did a refarming on 2G network. And we also have 700 megahertz with 4G. So doing that, we installed carrier aggregation functionality from 2 or 3 frequency bands. We also installed in 1.8 and 2.6 MIMO 4x4. So it's another functionality. It's hardware and software. It's not only software. And we also installed 256 QAM. So it's a high modulation scheme as well. So those 3 functionalities together, we are calling the LTE Advanced Pro or 4.5G as evolved 4G network in Brazil.
And what has been the motivation to do all of that? I mean, it's data traffic rise in Brazil, and what is behind those?
Data traffic in Brazil is increasing a lot. It's double every year. But we are foreseeing a lot of video content right now. Claro has some applications for music and video, Claro Video and Claro Music as well. For those that are our customers from NET, our residential business unit, we also have now, it's a content platform as well. So it's a lot of video mobile growing. So we are foreseeing that the network has evolved as well as we speak.
Could you give us a heads up on how is the 2G, 3G and 4G balance on Claro customers and network?
Right now we have most of our customers, mobile customers are 3G based. And then we have 4G and a small number of subscribers still have 2G network device. And from those 2G devices, we have machine-to-machine as well. So it's we still have demands on 2G frequencies. We are having 5 megahertz for 2G for those places that we did the refarming. So in some places we have 10 megahertz in total, 5 megahertz for 2G, 5 plus 5. It's a FDD frequency band in Brazil. And we have also 5 megahertz plus 5 for 4G. So in some places we have more than that. We have 10 or 15 megahertz for 4G and still 5 megahertz in 2G. We believe that those 5 megahertz will remain for 1 year, and then we will reduce it for 2 megahertz, and then in the future on going to be a slight frequency for 2G, only for machine-to-machine devices.
Yeah, that's what I was asked. So the 2G networks is going to be kept to for M2M, right?
Right, for sure. And then we also are moving with the 3G devices. We're going to move 3G devices from existing 850 megahertz or 2.1 gigahertz. We're going to move for 4G, and we are able also to implement 4G in the 50 or still in 2.1 gigahertz. So due to this modernization project that we are doing, right? Because then we can configure via software everything that you need on the site.
Last year, Claro did a performance test of 5G here at FutureCom. What changed and what evolved since last year to now?
I think that the motivation that we did the 5G last year was to do some kind of discussion on the segment, on the ecosystem, to discuss, for instance, the frequency bands in Brazil, right? Our frequency bands they are using for other services right now, so we need to do a refarming on those services, and then this need to start ASCP. So we started this year with the other operators in Brazil, together with Anatel, our regulator, to discuss which frequency bands we're going to have in Brazil. So the proposal was to do that, and we achieved this request from last year. And right now we have, as Americas has in 5G Americas as a forum of 5G discussions in Americas, we have in Brazil a 5G Brazil. And Claro has an important role in this 5G forum in Brazil. We are leading the infrastructure vertical together with the other operators and the whole ecosystem. So we are pushing together to have 5G on the right time. Our right time is not next year. The right time is going to be, we believe, 2020 or 2021 at least. But we need to push as fast as you can, because clean up frequencies is not easy task.
And is there any frequency band that you are betting that's going to be the one for 5G?
I think that we're going to follow the American and Europe. We are discussing right now the other frequency bands, the lower ones. We are discussing with the 3.5 gigahertz going to be a good frequency for Brazil, but it's still open to discussions, and then it's a question for our regulator to decide.